at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau.
This one fielded at the 5. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
This defense for the Packers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Rodgers.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now Rodgers.
Out route. He finds his man. It's Jones.
Touchdown!
Aaron Jones.
His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Pulls it in at the 13. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Now Crosby for the point after. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fields this way up at the 17.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Here's Murray. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him.
And the Packers are going to take over here up near the 40. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told me.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And this will be caught at the 30.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Now, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau. And here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Jones
His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Completed out left to Doubs.
And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
On second down, Swift.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
To throw, it's Murray. And it's caught. And in for the Lions touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown
with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Lions are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
He finds Watson. It's caught. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Murray going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That's good for 28 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Got Dobbs over the middle.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. The 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. On now comes the Lion offense. They'll be asked to go for 2 here. After the turnover, here's Murray. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Caught left side by Cobb.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Tackle made that time by Aleem McNeil.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On play action, it's Rodgers. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. An inside give to Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
Murray's throw there complete to Allen.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Play fake. Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already
under pressure, and they got to him again. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Now on third and forever, he'll look to throw. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. On the return is Cohen. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Second down, another shot for Jones. 59 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
The offense on third down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This taken in at the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And that'll be caught by St. Brown.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts.
Here's Swift.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Touchdown! Keenan Allen from 10 yards out.
And the Lions have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
The end result, 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Open man, here is Cobb. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think in clement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Rodgers going to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, but it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough to...
And in for the Lions touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Lions use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Rodgers to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Cobb. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. To throw is Rodgers.
And this one too low.
Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Back to throw, Rodgers.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
26.
Now Rodgers.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Detroit,
they finish off the regular season at 12 up and 5 down.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Green Bay,
they finish up the regular season with a mark of 12 and 5.
And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card.